I think we're ready to move on into the third game then.
Let's hop into the third game, which shall be casted by myself and Shooflypie, and it will be Xiniu versus AVUltima. Shooflypie, are you ready?
I am. Let's go.
Alright, and let us start in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so in the south we have Xiniu in the red, and then in the northeast side of the map we have AVUltima in green. Fairly close spawns, but with a blocking high ground in the middle.
Yeah. Xiniu has a little bit better access to that high ground, and both players are running ferrets, so that could come into play. Another thing is this map has a lot of water. There's the river running straight through, and when players are running ferrets, that can be a big deal because units in water are easy targets for ferrets to hit.
Yeah, definitely a good point that both players have ferrets here. Also, there's high ground vision pigeons from both players, and Xiniu also has falcons, so have to see how that comes into play. AV is going to have to take the expansions more to the north of the map if he wants to keep them safe from ferret poke. Alright, we should be back on stream now. Okay. Apologies for the small delay in the voice chat. We were talking about how the map is basically even for both players from our opinion. But AV seems to have sold some farms and is going for an early lizard rush. Taking out one farm from Xiniu. Apologies for the break in the cast. Minor technical difficulties.
Xiniu tried to put down an MG nest, but got it up a little bit too slow. Let's see if he keeps it or sells it to rebuild his farm or some warrens. Looks like he's going to keep it for now.
He's keeping the MG nest. He's going lizard, whereas AV is adding on a toad warren, but AV only now is getting back up to 8 farms, so I think this is a fairly even trade. Xiniu is like slightly ahead in food, but in terms of food spent, they're pretty even. And Xiniu scouting that AV has replenished all his farms now. And I think he just about spotted the toads, but it's pretty clear that he should be expecting toads at this point. Xiniu adding on toads for himself and going fairly early falcons. Double falcon, in fact.
AV is building a few more toads, but Xiniu only has 3 lizards, so this may be a bit overcommitting 2 toads, and that might be a bit in Xiniu's favor since he's got 3 falcon warrens now.
Yeah, definitely an overreaction to the amount of lizards. AV probably expecting that there's going to be more lizards. He does spot that there's double tier 2, well, triple tier 2 coming from Xiniu right now. So he's going back and adding on another lizard warren. And looks like AV is going to try and go for a push with this.
Yeah. I do think Xiniu might have been a little overzealous.
AV pulling in his toads in front, so maybe looking to... Okay, no, he spots the toads and the falcon, and AV is going to decide to back off. But he has ferrets. Okay, he sells his ferrets because he saw the falcons, and they're not going to be all too useful. And he's adding on squirrels right now. Try and deal with the falcons that he saw. He saw 3 tier 2 warrens, so he's probably assuming there's going to be more than 1 falcon. Adding on squirrels right now, but they're still building, and Xiniu looks like he wants to go for a push.
And he's just going to try to poke at those toads with the falcons first before engaging.
Yep, and Xiniu controlling his 3 lizards quite well. They didn't get touched at all, and the falcons are just staying alive. 1 falcon died, most of the toads are dead, and now the falcons are barreling away at these warrens. Well, AV is trying to get squirrels up in time, but I don't know if it's going to be enough because there's 5 falcons out already. Just mowing down all of AVUltima's units. Still 3 falcons alive. There's a toad coming in, and AV's farms are under threat. This warren's also going to go down. And I don't know if 2 squirrels is going to be enough to deal with 4 falcons right now. And Xiniu has pigeons in support, so he can poke, heal up, and go back as much as he wants.
Yeah. And doing repeated pressure is going to be even more effective because now AV only has 3 warrens and won't produce as much units to defend himself.
Yep, Xiniu is going very methodical, picking off 1 pig at a time, making sure his falcons don't die because his economy is quite low. AV is trying to get more food in the back, trying to hold this off and not lose too much, but yeah, all these falcons get really low, but then just get healed up again. and AV just can't get enough squirrels up in time to repel this attack, and Xiniu is just keeping up the pressure.
He's doing a great job of pulling back briefly to make sure his falcons are topped off and keep the pressure up.
Yeah, and now the pigs in front are dead, so he can just kill this mill, and that's most of AV's farm income just gone. And with these pigs dead, these warrens are also in trouble, because Xiniu no longer has to worry about his falcons taking too much damage. AV is desperately trying to rally all his squirrels together for to push this away, because if he can, he has an expansion. Xiniu does not, but Xiniu just mowing on through, picking off AV's farms. He's on 0 farms right now. The falcons are coming in, trying to clean up all these squirrels, which they have done, and now the mill is on the fire. So it looks like Xiniu is going to be taking this game with triple falcon push. Hunter, are you alive after a game like that?
that was a very decisive push there. Just AV spotting that the falcons were there, but not really responding fast enough. Like, I don't think he truly realized, oh shit, there's 6 falcons on the way. I need to sell the toads. I need to build these squirrels. And he does build those squirrels eventually, but it's just too late. Those falcons are already knocking on his door. That was a tough game there.
Yeah, it was a great game plan from the beginning for Xiniu, recognizing that a lot of players tend to rely heavily on lizards and toads recently, and going so heavily into falcons, just AV didn't really have much of a chance unless he reacted sooner.
Yeah, that's kind of strategy. It really depends on just catching the opponent off guard, and it definitely did there. That was well played.
AV scouted it and tried to play against it, but it just didn't get the amount of squirrels he needed in time, and then he lost most of his warrens, so it was an uphill battle from there. It was a great game to watch. So, with that, are we ready to hop into our 4th game, last before the break? Casting this one will be myself and Hunter. Hunter, are you ready?
I am ready.
Alright, then let's start in 3, 2, 1.